Hello, and welcome. I am Kat, the Nurse Flipper. This is a little bit different style of video for me, at least that I have done in probably over 6 months. So you are going to go along thrifting with me, and I would like you guys to let me know if you enjoy this, and if so, I will try and do some more. My hair is up because I have to go to work to get approved to go back to work. My COVID test was negative, for those of you that were wondering, so I'm going to get approved to go back to work Sunday. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. I haven't recorded what's sold in a few days, so I might do them with screenshots for my Sunday video. And I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know. Alright, so this little thrift store I have been to once before and wanted to come back. Outside they had all of this stuff hanging, and of course you guys know I love throw blankets, and the first one I looked at looked amazing. Robert T. May apparently makes dog throw blankets, and they comp for about $20 to $40 or $50. So that one, I'm still not sure what kind of dog that is, but I did end up getting, none of these other ones were marked, so I left those there. But I always look through the throw blankets because there is a lot of money to be made. These clothes were hanging and they were $1. I'm not big on clothes, but I definitely look through just in case something catches my eye. And here I did look at some of the brands, trying to see if maybe I could find some good brands, but there weren't any that I saw. I did pick up this one shirt that you will see here in a second. It was a Robert Hogan, or Ben Hogan, I think. It was a Ben Hogan. And I also picked up a little shirt for Dalton. I'm looking at this dress because the little girls' pageant dresses and vintage little girls' dresses can sell very, very well. So I'm looking to see if I see any good brands. This Nike was a little bit worn out. And here is the shirt that I ended up getting. It's a Ben Hogan. For $1, Ben Hogan is a good shirt. Then I looked at these butterfly planners, but unfortunately they were made in China, so I did leave those. And walking into the building, first you come across these toys, and I'm not familiar with this brand here, but it was made in China, so I honestly didn't even comp this. Most of the stuff that's made in China is not super valuable. I was looking at these cars back here on the shelf, and they were probably worth money, but somebody had glued them to the shelf, so I left that there. And then I was looking over here. I'm not very, very good at toys. You'll see me pick up a few things, but overall, I just am not sure what to look for. I looked at this Disney bank again, but it was made in China, and they did want $10 for this. So at $10, it might have been worth about maybe $20, but that's not enough profit for me to want to pay $10 for that. And then they do have a lot of nice furniture here. So when I get the shed, I might check here for Ethan Allen pieces, as it's possible to see if maybe they might have some here. This, I'm not really sure what it was. It was a flannel, and I thought it was a blanket, but it was not. And then here is a ton of little craft stuff. And what I'm looking for in here is some kits that include maybe the thread and the stamped. This one was stamped, and I did pick this up. It's a dresser scarf. I think I paid 50 cents for it, and I have it listed for, I believe, about $15, which is not too bad for a little stamped cross-stitch fabric. This one here, if it had had any fabric or anything, I would have been more apt to get. There were quite a few of these, and if I was short on inventory and you're just starting out, comping some of these might be worth it because they might sell for ten to $12. Sometimes some rare ones will sell for more, but I didn't see any that caught my eye, and I definitely am not hurting for inventory right now. And over here, I was looking to see, sometimes there are some expensive frames, and hidden in the back, this said bargain shelves. And I really thought that pink vase back there might be something, and it was very hard to get. It was back in the corner, kind of squashed in between these shelves. And I did end up getting it out, but it was very light and just didn't feel like it was very good quality. And I didn't see anything else there. Over here, I didn't look through the collector's plates. This little piece, though, looked like crystal. However, on the bottom, it looked like it was kind of cheaply made. And I was just looking to see if anything caught my eye. Sometimes Disney plates do well, but I didn't see any in those stacks. And I totally missed that wicker basket, but it looks pretty modern. These were all plastic, so I didn't even bother checking any comps on those. And then over here, we're going to go look at these blue canisters. And I was hoping they were marked, but they're probably more modern. And they might be worth $15 to $20, but I didn't pick those up. And these towels, again, if I needed inventory, I feel like these probably would be a good pickup because they would sell for about $15. And over here, sometimes you can find stuff hidden in these piles of stuff. But I didn't really see anything that caught my eye in here, which can happen. Sometimes you just don't find anything. I'm trying to learn golf clubs, but here I unfortunately didn't see any of the brands that I have heard people talk about, which is like Ping, Callaway. I know Nike clubs tend to sell pretty well, but none of those were here, unfortunately. And I don't know if people resell golf a lot where I'm at. They very well might, and that's why I was unable to find anything. So here, I always go for the Plush, as you guys know. And this coming up, I saw this, and I didn't even look at comps. I don't know why, but I did look after the fact, and I am glad I didn't pick him up. But typically, some of your NFL and sports Plush will do okay. However, this one they had marked at $5 or $4, just way too much for me to be willing to pay to possibly get like $15. And it was battery operated, and I didn't know if it would work. So this doll is Native American, and it had an $18 price tag. They wanted $10, which is just way too much, so she can hang out there for a little while. I saw this, and this is kind of funny. You guys might get a kick out of this. I thought this was a Furby. This is not a Furby. It is a Hatchimal. And fortunately, Dalton loves it. So I did get it because I thought it was a Furby, and I don't know toys. And yeah. Anyways, Dalton likes this little thing, and now she lives at my house. So that is okay. Now, I am looking here and just trying to see if anything catches my eye. And once you've sold Plush for a little while, you do get a better feel for what sells. This glowworm sells for about between $5 and $15. It is from 2011. Some of the earlier ones can sell for quite a bit more, but this one was a more modern one, so I left her there. And I'm not really sure what this thing is. It kind of reminds me of like a knight, but there was no description on the tag, and they wanted $5, so he went back too. With your bags, I'm typically looking for like Toomey or really well made. I did not see any. And then I saw this big rack of throw blankets, which, as you guys know, are one of my favorite things to sell. So some of these, and the Afghans are kind of they're hit or miss. And if I, again, needed inventory, I would have picked this one up for $4. It's got a good color block and it is big, but I have several Afghans in my stock right now, so I left that one there. And this brand, Canadiana, I could not find any comps for this, and this was a really soft blanket. And you'll see I go back to it again, but I couldn't find comps, so I left it. I did pick this one up. It was really cute for $4. It has teapots and it has kitty cats. And when you have stuff like that, you have good words for your title, and that will catch people's eyes. So I should be able to get probably about $30 for this throw blanket. Trying to fit everything in my IKEA bag. And I did. I'm not sure how. And this little dog throw blanket, I do check the brands because sometimes the brand matters, and that was just a cheap brand. This one I think was cashmere, but it was Threshold, which made in China. They only sell for about $15. Same thing with this Afghan as the last one. I would have picked it up if I didn't already have a few. I'm going to zoom in here on this throw because when they have a lot of piling like that, I do tend to leave them there because you will get buyer complaints. This throw is gorgeous. You can see the butterflies on it. It is not branded. It was $4, but that print is just bright and colorful and beautiful, and I do believe that that throw will sell. Here again, this one felt like a cashmere, was $4, but there was no tag, unfortunately. So that one's going to have to stay there. And some of this stuff, if you're getting for yourself, would be great. But when you're trying to sell, like a brown plaid blanket is not going to really catch somebody's eye. And this throw blanket was $10. I don't know why they decided that. So that one can stay as well. I really felt like this Canadiana might be something, but it wasn't. So now we go over to the clothes. If you've seen my What Sold, Jamie Sadik sells for $30 to $50, upwards of $100, and I just found 2 pairs of shorts for $2. So I am going to look and see if I see any more, because those are definitely really, really valuable shorts. And I don't pick up everyone, as you guys see. What I'm looking for is just better quality that stands out to me. The Izod are not really amazing sellers, so I did decide to leave those, especially a plain white one. And I am going to look for Jamie Sadik shirts now because I found the shorts. However, unfortunately, I did not find any shirts. And I don't spend long on clothes, guys. This clear glass, there's so much of it. And if you see something that I should have looked at or picked up, please let me know. I am not great with clear glass. It just was a little overwhelming how much clear glass there was. And I tend to shy away from clear glass because it is a lot harder to photograph clear glass than it is colored glass. And yeah, I know there's a lot of expensive crystal though, but not my thing. This is more a little my thing. This teapot with the wicker handle, and probably sells for $30 to $50, but they wanted $10, so I did leave that there. And then here, this really caught my eye. This is a mid-century modern pear terrine, and they wanted $12. I probably could get $40, so $12 was a little high for me to pay. It even had the original ladle, which was super cool, but it is not marked, and without being marked, I could probably only get about $40, so I did decide to leave that there. I do think that's a super cool piece, though, and yeah. More clear glass. I'm going to look here. This shows how much clear glass they have here. It's just very overwhelming. And I do, as you guys know, I love plates. So this Flow Blue plate that you're going to see here in a moment did catch my eye. but it unfortunately had crazing and some pretty bad cracks on the front. They didn't go all the way through. There's no maker's mark, just the patent. So I might should have picked it up, but I decided to leave that one there. It is a beautiful plate even with the crazing. And I'm checking for marks. I want to be able to look for comps on breakables. I very rarely pick up unmarked breakable pieces, and if I do, they gotta be pretty amazing for me to pick them up. So nothing on the clear glass really caught my eye. This is a piece of like artwork pottery. They wanted $4. It wasn't marked, so I did decide to leave that one there. I am trying to be a little more particular with what I am picking. With what I'm picking up, this yellow was a little more common, so I did decide to leave that one there. And I looked at this M&M mug, but comps weren't too great, so I decided to leave that there as well. This piece caught my eye, but they wanted $18 for it, and I'm not really sure why, because I didn't see any company mark on it, so I'm not sure what made them think it was worth $18. Saw these plates back here, which kind of look like Flow Blue. However, they were very cheaply made, and they are a replica. So those are going to stay there. These teacups were beautiful, and if I didn't have a ton to already list, I would have picked them up. They sold for about $20 each. This plate, I've sold some very similar to this, and this one might have been okay, but I have a lot of plates right now, so I really am trying to be choosy. I put this Talavera mug back, and I probably shouldn't have. It looks like it comps out for $25 to $30, and they only wanted $1, so that was a mistake to put back. I comped it after I did this video, and yeah. The Spider-Man mug was just kind of basic, so I did leave that. And just looking for anything here that might catch my eye. And I didn't see that cool butterfly platter at the back until now. These cups were absolutely beautiful, but the sell-through rate was horrible on those, so I did decide to leave those there. And I will tell you, I have sold some chokin plates, which is what this piece is here. However, they only sell for about $5 each in sets, and they wanted 3, so that birdie is going to have to stay there. I love, love, love this bowl, and I kind of knew it was an Italy bowl. You'll see here in a second. But I have so many big pieces right now, and until I get the new shed, I just don't have room. So I left that guy there. If it had been like $4, I probably would have picked it up. This is another piece I should have picked up. This is Mikasa Intaglio and Arabella. That coffee pot is worth about $60, and I put it back on the shelf. And here's another one of those little plates. Again, I don't want to pay $5 for that plate. It was probably worth about $15 to $20, I would say. These little owls were super cute. $8, but they were made in China. So always look on the bottom, guys. Always look. This set here, this is a beautiful, beautiful Mikasa Vogue set. And they do sell okay, but I didn't want to buy all those plates. I would rather just pick up serving pieces. And here you'll see, like, Teleflora, I do not think is very valuable. And these plates, there are so many plates. And I do check because some plates are worth money, but not most of them. This store had tons of breakables, as you see, so it was definitely overwhelming even to me selling them before. These are Homer Laughlin, which is a decent brand with eggshell Georgian, but they wanted $12 for 4 bowls, and I didn't want to pay that much. And then on the very bottom shelf, I saw this really awesome vegetable dip tray. And this one was made in Mexico, and it has this cool straw woven basket. And I've never seen anything quite like it. So as you see, I did pick that one up. This is another coffee pot. Doesn't look like it was handmade, but you'll see here the signature on the bottom makes it look like it was handmade. And I couldn't find this artist, so I did decide to leave that one. This glass was kind of funky, but you know, I didn't see anything special about it. And here, that pyramid weight, I probably should have looked at. I didn't see it till after I was looking back at this video. Shelves like these are where you might find hidden cool small items. This is a Madra, and I believe it's almost like a flask or a jug. Unfortunately, they wanted $6. I really like this piece, but the comps were only about $20 on that. And I don't want to pay that much for something I'll only sell for $20. And I'm just kind of scanning. This piece here caught my eye, but I couldn't really find any comps. And if I can't find comps, I don't want to pay $5 for a small little plate. So I left him there. This cute little green apple paperweight. Unfortunately, his stem was broken, so I did put him back. And you can see, I'm just trying to see if anything catches my eye. And if it does, if it's marked, that was not. This bowl looks like cloisonne, and it is cloisonne, but it's a reproduction of cloisonne. So for $6, it can stay there for somebody else to pick it up. It's a beautiful bowl, but it is not a vintage one. This is uranium glass. Definitely, I would say this guy will glow in the black light. But at $2, he'll only sell for maybe $5 to $7 for a single. If it had been a set, I would have picked it up. And this little teacup, had it had a saucer, is something that I would have picked up for sure. Sorry guys, Dalton is sitting here with me as I'm doing my voiceover. I looked at this again because I do love uranium glass, but a single saucer is, or coaster is not something that is worth picking up. So I'm just kind of digging through here. As I said, these little trinket shelves are where you could find some really valuable pieces. Unfortunately, I did not find any on this day. This was a pretty cool little egg box. It is bone china, but it doesn't have very good comps, so I did decide to leave that one there as well. So even though my IKEA bag is full, I'm trying to behave. Then I saw this cute little purse. This is Sack Roots. If you do not know Sack Roots, this is a brand that sells very well. So for $1, I definitely am going to grab that and pick it up. And with purses, it's very rare to find very good ones at thrift stores. At least in my experience, I have not had very good luck with finding valuable purses. But I do always keep looking just in case, because you never know what you might find. But I only found that little one. This Igloo lunch bag probably would sell for about maybe $8 to $10. So if you needed stuff to sell, that might be something to pick up. And I am going to go back to this shelf because I feel like there is stuff hidden here, but I left it. This was beautiful glass, but I left that there. And then I saw this porcelain trinket box. This is Cappa di Monte from Italy, and this is a beautiful box, and I did pick that up. I think I'll be able to get $20 to $40 for that. And this was so cool, but I did not want to pay $5. If it had been a couple dollars, I would have got it. It is a really nice pottery cheese like plate wheel. I can't remember. There is a name for those, but I do not remember the name of it. But it was just a really cool piece, but I did not want to spend $5 on that. Again, trying to behave. And this little trinket box was really cheap. So I just took my pretty porcelain one, and that is all I got from that shelf. And then I turned around and I saw this vase. And then I saw that it was only $5. I could not believe it. This is a beautiful, beautiful glass vase. And I am not sure the maker. It reminds me of the Millefiori type style. And that's probably what I'll list this at. The bottom was polished. It's a beautiful piece. So I had to put that in my bag. And I think that's one of my favorite finds of the day there. And then I also saw this gorgeous little fish plate with really neat drip glaze. I'm a big drip glaze fan, and this was only a couple dollars, and it was made in Japan, so I picked that up. And here I'm just looking through. This was kind of different, but it wasn't marked and I wasn't familiar, so I did decide to leave that one there. And this was a neat pinched vase, but this is studio pottery, and I have enough studio pottery right now. I always glance over at the books and the DVDs too. I caught this Volkswagen hat out the corner of my eye, and I have sold one of these Volkswagen driver gear, but unfortunately this one had the city on it, and I think that would take away from that. So I did put that hat back. I did pick up a few other hats that day though. This is another beautiful, beautiful piece, but it is pottery that was made by Phyllis. So Phyllis did great work, but I don't know that I want to try and sell a big piece like that. This piece, Indigenous Potteries Barbados. I really wanted it, but I really didn't want to pay $6. So I left it there as much as I loved it. And you can see me lifting and checking things because a lot of your higher quality items are going to be heavier. Not always, but a lot of times. And then I saw this Mickey. And typically you think Mickey is worth a lot. However, I was so excited, and then I comped it, and it only comps at $20 and they wanted 10. So that was a no-go. All right, guys, so I didn't do a haul at the end of this. I unfortunately have not had time. I have been like, go, 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 go. And then now I've got to drive an hour to work and an hour back and get approved to go to work Sunday. So it's been a little stressful, a lot going on. And yeah, so let me know what you guys thought. I paid $52. I got a lot of stuff, and I think there are several items that if one sells, it'll pay for everything. So I will let you guys know in upcoming what sold videos if they were from this haul. So I will see you guys on Sunday, and I appreciate watching. Bye.
Hi. 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 Ben. Hi.
Hi is the fan.
Yeah.
I don't think Mommy's foot goes that high.